What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Bruja, for kind of coming to you all with a tarot read. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Share these videos. Like these videos, because we about to get right into it. I just wanted to show y'all my damn Trump shirt. I just wanted to show y'all where I stand on things. I think I've been vocal enough and shit on my disdain for this man. I think I've been very vocal about how I feel about those of you who voted for him and are directly responsible for Trump having a second term. Now, while I disagree with the things that Donald Trump is doing, vehemently disagree with it, because he should not be allowed to disrupt people's families just because of where they're born, and because his ass allegedly went to Mexico and got his dick snipped and it didn't heal right. Look, that's not the point, okay? The point is, fuck Donald Trump and fuck you for voting for him. You know, all of y'all there, I will vote for Donald Trump. While I'm against that shit, I'm going to still continue to point it out to you all, okay? While I'm against him sending ICE into people's neighborhoods, into these stores, doing shit, against all of that, I'm going to also remind y'all to choose better, okay? The fact that y'all elected Donald Trump states a whole lot about your business head, about your head of these families. It says something about your mind, your ori, period, okay? Now, don't mind my little grandson being in the background making noise, because that is appropriate, right? Donald Trump is always in the background making motherfucking noise like a toddler. So you're going to hear this toddler in the background, and if you don't hear him, then good. Anyway, I've been seeing a lot of readers do Donald Trump's health. You know, they've been tapping in about that girl health, and things don't look good, honey. I'm going to talk about the things that are happening right now with Trump, okay? So we asked for a timeline with his stuff. Did you go back over there? We asked for a timeline about, okay, what are these things that are happening? Girl, they are happening right now, okay? There are some uncovered truths that are about Trump, allegedly. We have to say allegedly because, you know, motherfuckers tend to dick. They be sitting up watching our videos, readers and folks that be commentating and reacting like, yo, they be watching our videos and they be using our words, y'all, okay? Just pay attention to these motherfucking politicians that are supposed to be wordsmith and people that speak for the people, but they can't even come up with their own little terminologies to use when they call themselves talking shit. I'm okay with that, though, you know? I'm okay with it, because that's what the Republican Party does, is steal. That will be uncovered too, okay? Uncovering evidence will change your view on things. If you were a Trump supporter, this shit that's coming out about Donald Trump and his health will change your view on him, okay? The issue with Donald Trump is, you know, he's got jealousy issues. He's jealous of a lot of the senators and governors that are now seated. Now, I'm not saying they fine. I ain't saying none of that. But when you got a motherfucker that look like Gavin Newsom standing up in front of you, and you're this little 5'9", 5'10" president of the United States, and people are telling this 6'3", 6'4" governor from California how handsome he is, why, the jealousy shows up. Trump's jealousy issues may be affecting his relationship. And girl, I got a Melania Trump reading, a Melania Trump energy reading that is gonna pull the girl's wig off, okay? I got something for y'all. Okay, this Saturday evening, we gonna fill it with motherfucking tarot readings, okay? We gonna get some celebrity shit done too, but we gotta talk about the state of America first, y'all. You can't get that yourself. Well, hold on, Juju. Hold on, y'all. I gotta open some juice for my grandson. Okay. All right, we back. Now, like I said, Trump has a lot of jealousy issues with the people that have been elected, like even with some of the Republican senators and governors and the folk that's up in there, you know, the folk that do their thing in the White House or what they supposed to be paid to do. It's a lot of jealousy. Trump has issues within himself. He has self-esteem issues, y'all. He has a lot of self-esteem issues, like secrets about himself that he's trying to keep secret, like the fact that he uses fucking lifters in his motherfucking shoes. I know y'all know that, or maybe you have heard that he allegedly is wearing those leg brace. Y'all know the ones that they wear on the outer side of their ankles, and they extend up the calf, like, and they may land right beneath the knee. Hold up, let me pull this ring off and do a few things. Hold on. But y'all know what I'm talking about, them motherfucking leg braces that people whose equilibrium is off, they be stumbling and falling. They be people that may be prone to syncopes, they usually wear those leg braces. And if you're a CNA, or you take care of old folks or take care of people in any way, what is that I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about, them fucking leg braces. Anyway, Trump is wearing those. And because I said we were going to talk about his mental health, that's why I led to this, because this is exactly what that card indicates. There are secrets that are being kept about his fucking health that he doesn't want to get out, simply because Trump does not want to look weak. I mean, let's be honest, to other world leaders, he looks fucking weak anyway. But because Trump has such self-esteem issues, y'all, okay, he thinks it's all about his aesthetic. I would go as far as to say this motherfucker probably used to starve himself, or used to throw his food up or something. Not that he was ever thin or nothing, but to keep that oil drum looking belly under control. I'm pretty positive that he was doing a little something to try to keep his weight under control. Now, he's never been a thin man, okay? He just was much smaller than his wide McDonald's grimace built ass is now, okay? Now, they've been holding this shit back for years. I'm going to go back as far as his first presidential term. These were things that were mentally going on with him. Little defects. They were noticing little defects in his mental prowess that they couldn't just chalk up to being a character flaw anymore. No, they're like, no, there's something else here. Again, they're keeping secrets from the public when it comes to Donald Trump's health. Again, I'm gonna stop saying again so much, because this is not, I have not even said this shit yet. But I did say this. The perception that they're trying to push for Donald Trump, because he's a weak man, okay? I mean, he's weak spiritually, physically, sexually. Every weakness you can think of, he is. And wait till I get off into the rest of this reading. Y'all think he got money and shit. Like, just wait. Anyway, this is all smoke and mirrors about him being healthy, him not being in a position of being fucked up, him just being A-okay. Y'all know how he comes out and he like, oh, I picked perfect bill of health, and he's lying. He's fucking lying. There is concern about his cognitive balance and shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. His cognitive reasoning is off. Everything is about him reeks of a man who is sundowning, and that's exactly what's going on, okay? Those control issues that he's exhibiting, that's a symptom of sundowning, okay? But he's going to make sure he keeps up appearances, okay? He's going to keep up that appearance of him being strong and this dictator, trying to be like Adolf Hitler, but somehow he forgot that Adolf Hitler got fucked over in the end too. But there's a lot of mental issues going on. He really don't know how to make a decision. I would love to know where his Mars lands, y'all. I'm trying to get myself back into including more astrology and the things that are said further than, oh, this is a Four of Swords, in tarot. So give me a time, and I'm gonna pepper them in as I learn more about it. But I know that decision making has a lot to do with your Mars. And I wonder, is he a Libra Mars? And I say that as a Libra Mars because sometimes it's hard to make a decision. Sometimes, you overthink shit back and forth until now you don't know what the fuck to do. I think this is how Trump's mind is working now. And if he's not a Libra Mars, hell, he might be an Aries Mars, whatever. Either way, it's kaboom. When he gets mad that he can't make that fucking decision, he destroys everything. That's a problem with his healthcare team, okay? And like, this is bordering more on this man sundowning than he's really willing to admit. And he wants to allow whatever the doctors are saying. He wants to try to listen to it, but there's a portion of him mentally that refuses to listen to it, okay? That's where those inner conflicts are coming from. he can't be told anything by anybody, okay? Which is making his inner circle hate the fuck out of him. They are really, really tired of him. People are making decisions around Trump and then going back and make it look like he's the one who made the decision, and that's not true. But rumor has it, though, y'all, that there is some bullshit going on. Y'all know Elon Musk has already been exposing shit. But no, I'm talking about somebody's getting ready to expose them health records, honey. Because people are falling away from Trump by the hour. At first it was by the month. Then it became by the week. And then I'm like, well, day by day, somebody's falling away from him, baby. Every hour there's something posted about him having some type of inner conflict in his inner circle. Even when if we go back to this inner conflict card and the inner circle, that just shows y'all what's going on. Okay, the Republican Party, is drifting farther and farther away from Donald Trump and his erratic choices and his bad motherfucking political moves. They are tired of that, and eventually somebody or somebody's is going to begin to talk. Okay. Don't be, well, you spinning around. Of course you're gonna be dizzy. Go back over there and play, though, for granny. Anyway, spilling the beans shows up as the last oracle card because here it comes with the Eight of Wands. They are looking for a way quickly to, or they're quickly, these people that are turning on him, they running their mouths, honey. They are selling information to these news outlets, potentially reaching out to some of the higher level YouTubers that are putting information out or putting out stuff about this stupid ass failure of a president that Trump is. They may be even reaching out to them and feeding them information, but they're going to speed up on this, y'all. With the Eight of Wands being in an upright position, this is speed. This is acting without hastiness. Although, well, excuse me, there's hastiness present in the Eight of Wands, but that's not them stopping. They know these things have to be put out there because they got to stop Donald Trump, honey. They got to stop. Now, it does indicate that they're rushing the movements, okay? But this is things that absolutely need to be said, because whatever they're going to tell us about Trump's health is going to pay off, okay? Trump is sick. He's sicker than the people that he is saying is in the country illegal. All of the bullshit that comes out of the shithole that's on his face is utter bullshit. It is a deflection from the fact that he is internally ill. Okay, he's got doctors around him that are yes men, you know. They tell him all of this good news gospel. He probably got a fucking fake Christian standing up around him. You know, one of these white conservative Caucasian conservative Christians, the triple C's, because we're not gonna put none of this shit that Trump is doing on white people, because I stand on this, okay? I stand on this. White people and Caucasians are different. Trump has Caucasian doctors around him that are kissing his ass, bringing him this good news, telling him, oh, Mr. Trump, things are not going to, they probably calling him King Trump behind the fucking scenes, but anyway, you know, the ass kissers. But anyway, telling him this bullshit, oh, you're going to be all right, you're going to be all right, and making his choices that much more dilapidated, because whereas these witch doctors that Trump has around him that's kissing his ass is telling him things are all good, your mental health is as strong as it was when you were 35 years old, and telling him a bunch of bullshit that's not going to help him, and telling him these things that are not true, like the witch doctors, the good luck prosperity motherfuckers that's telling him this bullshit, versus the real doctors that, albeit him being the world's biggest asshole, they have a Hippocratic oath that they swore to, and they're standing to it, and they're like, look, Mr. Trump, this shit that you're being told by these prosperity doctors that you have around you is just not good information. First of all, the good doctors, the doctors that know exactly what they're talking about, the doctors that are physically trying to save this man's life, they come in with the Aries energy. They're trying to get something done. They're physically trying to save his goddamn life. But underneath this, they are concerned about his confusion, indecision, his ability to make decisions, his lack of business, or his failed business deals, his lack of planning. Like, there's a whole lot about Trump that is pointing to the deterioration of his mental capacities. But he's turning that away. Those doctors are trying to tell him, them telling you this good news and shit is not, it's not good news, sir. It is somebody that literally is trying to get paid to tell you exactly what you want to hear. Y'all, Donald Trump is literally sick, okay? He's literally sick. He's coming in with the 10 of Wands in reverse. Either way, he's still carrying an illness, okay? An illness that may be inherited, and I know that it's not reflected in the Wands card, but this may be some shit that goes down through his family line. You know, his daddy may have had the shit. You know, his daddy was a sick old bastard that stuck around till he about 93 years old. But this is something I feel like is familial, some type of genetic disorder that, again, that has been passed throughout his family. They don't have no chins. If you notice, all of the Trump children and Donald Trump, they don't have no chins. So if there's a condition with that, and I know damn white people like, damn bitch, I ain't got no chin. Well, baby, you need to make sure that your daddy ain't your cousin. Anyway, yeah, shit like that, inbred shit. Ain't Donald Trump's eyes blue? And people that usually are motherfucking inbred have blue eyes anyway. Yeah, some type of genetic disorder that he's carrying, okay? Although they're trying to pretend that he's not ill, he's got insurmountable problems. Duty bound, resign to fate, collapse, breakdown, physical exhaustion, no stamina. Donald Trump is ill, y'all, okay? He is ill, and he is not going to return from this illness, okay? This is something that's going to continue to build on him. He may be being fed this bullshit by his prosperity gospel doctors that, oh, you're going to be all right, Mr. Trump. Don't worry, we've got the best, this, that, and the third, and we're going to pray to Jesus and let shit turds fall out your ass through your ear hole, whatever the fuck they're telling him, okay? They're lying to him, and the doctors that are using their good sense are telling him, you are not going to heal from this. This is something that is while treatable to make you comfortable, baby, you're going to succumb to this, all right? That 6 of Wands is in reverse. Failure, lack of achievement, shame, disloyalty, lack of confidence, disgrace, dishonor, and disappointment. He's coming in with the 6 of Wands underneath the disappointment, underneath the adjective of disappointment, or what is it, adjective or adverb, girl? I don't know. But either way, his description of the prognosis that those doctors that are literally following the Hippocratic Oath, even though they hate him, and even those that like him, that feel like, sir, you need to be realistic. He's disappointed that they're telling him he's not going to heal from this, and it may, in fact, be the thing that makes him meet his demise. Remember, we talking about his fucking mental health, okay? A lot of the readers that I've been watching, they see him falling down and hitting his head. And I want to draw off the fact that he's trying to put himself out there as the Antichrist. He already survived a headshot. Y'all know the story of the Antichrist. He did not survive the second head injury, okay? They didn't say that it was a headshot, but there were 2 head injuries that the Antichrist suffered. On the second one, he did not survive. He died from it, okay? We are talking about Trump's mental health. Trump's mental health is not well. He completely is sundown. And if you work in the healthcare field and you work with people with dementia, he's acting like he has dementia, okay? He doesn't want to hear that shit, though. He is heartbroken. He feels like if this information comes out that he's this sick, weak, old, 80-something, is he 80? No, he's not 80, son. Stop lying. He's 79, almost. He's 79. Okay, in a year he'll be 80. He does not want to become ill like his father. He does not want to be seen as this old man that needs help. By the way, they are also saying that Trump has heart issues. I look at his ankles a lot, And I look at, well, I don't now because they make sure that they don't show pictures of his ankles. I might be wrong, but I'm going to go back and look. Like, they stopped showing his ankles around when the Pope died, and he showed his bitch ass up to the funeral wearing the wrong color. They stopped showing his ankles around then, and they also make sure that Trump clasps his hands in front of people, like when he's speaking publicly, unless he's moving his hands real fast like he does that. Pay attention to the size of his hands and the thickness of it. I bet you he's got pitting edema. And y'all know pitting edema has something to do with heart trouble. I'll bet you that he does have heart trouble. A lot of the readers are saying there's fluid maybe around his heart. Y'all see that there's ring. I know y'all, that's the heartbreak card. But this motherfucker's heart is broken, honey, in a different way. That motherfucker is about ready to give out. Maybe fluid around his heart. Them clouds around that motherfucking heart, that's probably all that congestion. That his cholesterol is probably fucked up too. Which is why I say, look at the size of his hands and his ankles. They're always swollen, y'all. That is heart issues. A lot of other readers say that they feel like they gotta, excuse me, because we already in an uproar about the N-word. But they say this guy's walking around with a piss bag on or a catheter, y'all. All of this could be included in this Three of Swords. Like, yo, that thing can't even piss by itself. So you know that motherfucker ain't lifting up. Oh, no, it's not, baby. That Ace of Swords is in reverse, honey. Again, pointing to his lack of decision making. And I want to also point out that the swords are air sign energy, okay? It could mean Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. The fact that we get all these swords, honey, we know that the Three of Swords represents Libra energy, and the Ace of Swords could represent any of them. This is all Trump, okay? This is all Trump energy. Each of his cards has to do with his decision making, which again I'm going to point out, he is fucking sundowning. These are signs of dementia. Lack of ideas, indecision, faulty logic, miscommunication, confusion, injustice, frustration, creative blocks, failures, and insults. What is he doing now? Every time Trump fails, he's got to insult somebody or attempt to, because he can't insult anybody, big as his fucking ankles is. Baby, be quiet for your heart give out on you, okay? I know it's cholesterol high. I know he got high blood pressure. He might even have a touch of diabetes, because if you ain't maintaining or managing your fucking diabetes, you motherfucking have mental issues too. All of this points to him, baby. He is not in a good position mentally. Every one of his swords cards are coming in reverse. Him having or potentially having dementia, his mind is deteriorating, you know, shrinking up like a motherfucking raisin, sitting in fucking alcohol, because he's probably got an alcohol problem too, or had one. Kidney issues, shit like that. He's coming in with the Queen of Swords in reverse too, because y'all know these days, because he's upset because that goddamn party didn't work and nobody came to my party, and I'm gonna make everybody pay for not coming and celebrating me. See, he thought he was Kim Jong-un. What he didn't realize, that everybody else was out in the streets doing what the fuck they wanted to do and not paying attention to his punk ass. Sitting there looking all sullen and sad. Hurt babe. Queen of Swords in reverse. So now he feels he's going to be overly critical, pessimistic, lack of empathy. You see, he's ramped up his shit about running into these neighborhoods, fucking with the immigrant population. Y'all stand strong, because your justice getting ready to hit. Few months. Just give it a few months, y'all. It's coming, amen. Anyway, I'm going to tell y'all about that when I do the immigration reading. Anyway, he's rude. He's malicious. He's starting malicious gossip. He might even be, y'all, called his motherfucking self trying to cheat on Melania. And again, when I do Melania Trump's energy reading, I'm going to show y'all where he just might be cheating on her. And whatever bitch that he's fucking around with, getting this funnel penis that he's giving, girl, you are gross, okay? Anyway, he's manipulative, deceitful, unforgiving, and bitter, because his mental health is in a decline. Because he know he ain't got much longer on this planet. He's being a low down motherfucker, fighting with everybody, refusing to see things in a way that's diplomatic. Again, not being able to make a fucking decision, okay? There are a lot of the secrets Trump has to hide, again, regarding that mental fucking health. They sitting on it, but they ain't gonna sit too long, because they're gonna excuse or expose how his abuse of power is there, his lack of reasoning and ability to make a decision, overall pointing to the fact that this motherfucker is sundowning, and bringing about the fact that there may be a motherfucking vice there, y'all. I ain't gonna say drug use, but the wrinkles and pleats in that skin absolutely give not drug addiction, an alleged alcohol addiction. Swollen ankles and feet and shit, alcohol addiction. Big old oil drum belly, alcohol addiction. You see how skinny his legs is? He built like fucking Humpty Dumpty, about to fall off the wall. He doesn't know his mental health is really, really in a bad space, with the high priestess coming in reverse, being influenced by the moon. Y'all know that's mental health struggles. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's going to come to an end, because he going to crash out in a way that is not only going to be suggestive of his mental health declining, but it is not going to be able to be denied that he has a mental health failure going on. So just stay tuned, y'all, and watch how Trump loses his fucking mind. He gonna be punching on the side of a wall like Family Guy had Ronald Reagan doing. But not before he runs off the plane like Richard Nixon. I told y'all, give him 2 years, he'll be out of here. And take that as you wish. Be it if he succumbs from whatever this mental health thing is, or if Congress finally grows a pair of balls and finally has him impeached for real. We shall see.